I mean, it's encouraging that those guys are rising to the challenge for sure. Definitely need some other guys to, make a few more plays. Obviously, hopefully we can get this lid to break off of, the 3-point rim. I thought we took exactly what the Pelicans were going to give us tonight. A lot of bodies in the paint, kickouts, whether it was off offensive rebounds, drive, kick, even other opportunities where we can make those passes out. But, it's difficult right now. We're not knocking down shots like we need to. It's putting a lot of pressure, but great creation from Dez, Ja. 14 assists from those guys. Obviously, scoring ability, getting to the free throw line, rebounds, defensive activity. We just need more guys to play better. Sure.
Games the last couple of weeks. Do you think there's anything to that other than the guys you happen to be missing and then just variance of shooting?
No, I mean, I'll have to say a little bit more. I mean, the sample size is the sample size. It's not just a couple of games. I mean, guys have been in the rotation. Jalen, thankfully, lid broke open, that last one in the fourth quarter. I mean, I think Vince is getting great looks. Gigi's gotten great looks. Ja's getting great looks. I mean, whether it's variance or not, you've heard me say this, we've got to keep putting the work in. I mean, I think the types of shots we're getting, I don't think too many of them are heavily contested. I mean, can we have better rhythm into those shots with our movement, earlier ball movement? I'll continue to watch that and monitor that. But I feel like a lot of the, hockey assisted, 3-point attempts are great and exactly what we've been practicing. So just got to keep trusting that work. I love that the last couple of games, especially these 2 games on the road trip, our guys are just super positive throughout. I mean, they keep telling each other, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, which gives me a lot of trust, especially with John and Dez being, our kind of primary creators right now, that they have faith in their teammates. They're not trying to go away from it, but, obviously when they have opportunities that they got to take over, they were taking over.
Most minutes Jay House played about 2 months. That seemed like maybe a flow of the game decision with some of the offensive struggles and then Brandon's 3 fouls.
Yeah, it presented itself. I mean, I've been telling Jay to stay ready. You never know when that opportunity is going to come. And then it was definitely a combination. BC had some fouls, and I thought Zach was doing some good stuff. And then I just felt like, hey, how can we get some shots to fall? And then Jay obviously comes in, first one, boom, right there in like that trailer spot. I thought he did some great stuff besides even just the shooting. I mean, defensive rebound, walling up at the rim, just altering shots. We've been challenging him to do some, things on the defensive side, as he's been staying ready. I thought he was a huge impact on obviously plus 14. I mean, he was a huge factor in the game, even in those small minutes.
And obviously, with no Zion, no CJ tonight, Trey Murphy was going to be the focal point of the Pelicans offense. But you guys held him without a made field goal in the fourth quarter. So now talk about the defensive effort you had toward him, especially in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's given us a lot of problems in the past. I mean, the 3-point shooting, a couple of deep threes that fell that, we have to take away. And he's been becoming more of a dynamic player with the ball in his hands, whether it's pick and rolls or he knows guys are going to run him off the 3-point line. So he's downhill, got creative Euro step moves, getting to the free throw line, almost shot, 10 free throws tonight. But we knew that we needed to clamp down a little bit more, change up some pick and roll coverages, some of our off-ball screen coverages. And I thought our guys did a much better job with smart physicality on him, not giving him, easy free throw opportunities because we were just being over aggressive. So I thought the discipline was there much better in the fourth quarter.
With Josh scoring 11 of the team's 18 points in the fourth, obviously there's something you like about that because their focus is on him and he's still helping you win the game. How do you feel generally about that ratio?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I felt like the ratio probably could have changed if we had a few more shots fall from a couple other different guys. But I thought he had pretty good balance in terms of attacking in the full court when he saw, the space there. When we got certain matchups on him, his dynamic pick and roll ability unlocked a few things for us. And obviously, they forced us into some of those mid-range jumpers that he's been practicing. He's got his floater game, and he had 2 big mid-range jumpers there. Glad he, knocked down, one of those 2 free throws. That was big time, in the clutch moments there. So obviously, he wears a big responsibility for us. But if we can get a little bit more production throughout, obviously we had a really tough start to the fourth quarter. It was like turnover, missed shot. They knocked down a couple shots. They think going on like a 7-0 run, called timeout. But obviously in those big time moments, Ja's been showing up recently.
Ja has a try many dunks like that one he
Yeah.
tried in the third quarter tonight in transition. Obviously didn't go down. But does that suggest something to you about sort of how he's feeling physically a little bit?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I think you can see the force he's playing with. I mean, we're always going to want more of all of our guys, but I feel like he's given us a lot on both sides of the floor. The workload, obviously, him and Dez with the minutes, but, we're trying to attack in the paint. He's trying to draw 2 defenders, kick out, get to his spots on the floor, get into the free throw line, to get himself going, despite the 3-point shooting being a struggle. And it was great. He saw the space, the Red Sea parted, and he went for it. But I think he's feeling good. And, as I've said recently, I'm just so proud of the kid's toughness right now. Great. Thanks, everybody.